Yeah.
Better, better.
You can interact with that.
Who the fuck is who? Oh, isn't that... That's Sirod.
No, that's
Or Damon.
Damon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fish lost 5 people in about a matter of 4 hours.
What miracle
That's
did
what
you
you
want me to
expect.
perform?
And put up questionable combos and then start to mock people that leave.
Yeah. He mocked them earlier when he was when he like put his message before the event earlier today.
Yeah.
What time do we actually start? Cause
Yeah, I have no.
can't
I need to
see.
actually have a look at the chat because I have no idea what time I'm starting.
I don't think he sent it yet.
I'll have a
That's
look in
fucking
a
clever.
second for that one.
No, you didn't send it.
Thanks, Logan. Yes, I do. Okay.
Right, let's start setting the stream up. Oh, don't just go live because that's 2v2 title. There's the rain for you, Pinky. You asked for it, you got it.
It's too early.
I know what you meant. You wanted it.
What the Okay. Nah.
No, you want to use a stock spoiler.
Does it matter?
No, of course it matters. You get extra traction with the spoiler. Yeah, so go one up or one down. You never want stock spoiler, really.
You do.
There's very few cars that want stock spoiler.
I didn't actually see any difference. I reckon there is some kind of difference.
Right.
The rain is the best. It's gonna be, yeah, it was trials before.
Right, broadcast starting.
Oh, I'm gonna
Hopefully
check how long on the road.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna quickly look at... Message 3. Make sure I've got everything.
What? Street. Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. We are here for the final week of Masters of Endurance, hosted by Bishop Floppy and Dirty Kiwi from Oceana Racing. Just trying to have a quick look and see if he has shared the times, but it doesn't. Oh, there we go. I think it's just come in.
Rain ends in 13
Block
minutes.
starting on Do Fit It. 2:30 for C1. That's Jamie Official. Dirty Kiwi, Bishop, Do Money, DC, Rug, and C3 starting on 1 minute 30 for Metalhead and 30 seconds for Cuban.
Why is it 30 seconds for Cuban and 1 minute 30 for MOE?
Because there's quite a big gap between the two of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
But is Cuban in here?
He's been here the rest of the week, so hopefully, mate.
Oh, did he say something about control? Was it Cuban?
That was, no, that's Big Boys. Can't get a control. They've not got any over in New Zealand, unfortunately.
45 seconds behind C2.
Right, let's get the stream. Moin Psycho and hello Aaron, how are you both going? Hope you're very well. Well, it's loaded better than it does normally. It's still not worked, but I'm just going to mute it just in case it does suddenly pop up my streams there. Just edit the video. Rains up. There's a raises POV. Yeah, it's looking like it's maybe going to be a bit of a quieter lobby tonight with it coming towards the, well, with it being the last race of the season. A couple of people knowing they're not going to get as high up the leaderboard as they maybe would have liked at the beginning. Unfortunately, do back out. I'm going to have to just shuffle lines and not get notifications on the way through.
Oh god.
Just, hey, Ramir. Just double check the stream is working for me. Yes, Razor. That's all good. And still getting the error streaming to my own laptop. Hopefully. But we do have Glocks. They are the lead, well, the only racer in C1 Pro Handicap. Let me send myself that new image just so I can run through it a little bit more effectively. Pulling it up on PlayStation again and again. In the standings, so Glocks clearly has the lead for C1 Pro Handicap. We've got Razor and Vapors separated by 4 points on 68 and 64, with Pinky just behind as well on 60. So could be in for a bit of an interesting finish. Enjoy's a little bit further back on 30, but will be fending off opposition if he joins from Chrono Dimension, who I also don't think is here actually, unfortunately. So that's the back end of that group down. Official has a 16-point lead over Jamie, 25 points over Crown Skipper, so be a little bit difficult for them boys to catch up, but it will be tight between Crown Skipper, Dark, and potentially even Cool Kaz Carter on 55, 50 and 40 points respectively. And it is really quite tight between Kiwi and Bishop, 77 and 72 points respectively, at the top of their category in C2. And Cuban does have a 20-point lead with the lag out from Metalhead last week in C3. Just be looking to try and hold his nerves, keep himself clean, and see if he can keep himself ahead of Metalhead. How are you boys feeling about the event today?
Tired.
If he's already in the lobby, I need an invite.
Oh, you need in. Sorry, are you friends with Vapors?
Oh, if it's still in the pre-lobby, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
The race hasn't started yet.
Yeah. No, it should be fine, because it'll be Bish that's hosting them. And the race lobby is a separate thing, so it lets you invite your friends and stuff again.
Yeah, that too. Oh, I'm tired.
Here for the magic touch.
You got the second lowest suspension, right?
Hey, Psycho! Oh, elbow, sorry. It was the Moine that got me there. I'm doing alright, fella, and hello, Bolid.
Remember the stances.
Hope you're doing well as well, elbow.
Oh my
Remember the.
fucking Christ.
I said it on default before. The would be very unfortunate if you hate them stand.
To me. Psycho will always be known for the Moine now.
No, I saw Aaron subscribe to my channel. Thanks for that.
Nice. Bad, boom. flight of comfort and mobility. There is a 2v2 happening as well, isn't there? Put that up a little bit.
No, just
That is the lobby just loading in.
thanks, Elbow. I'll try and do my best.
You might want to join on Bish now, or if one of you guys can invite official.
Okay. Well, I can
Thank
join
you.
on there.
Yeah.
I'm
Now
actually,
he's
I'm not
host, you'll
sure
be
if
able
I'm
to
going to
get
stay
in.
the whole thing anyway.
Yeah.
It depends on how well it
Oh,
goes.
Fatty
really.
Jenk on his way. He isn't on my leaderboard. Nice
Excuse me.
stuff. There we go. You new boys, good luck races. I believe
three
it's
picks?
3 again.
Yeah, 3.
Haven't
3
seen
picks.
anything different.
Right, this isn't fair anymore.
And the
Why
cops
does
are
why do we start 45 45 seconds behind of C1? No, 50. 50, yeah, C1. And clocks start 5 seconds behind us. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's been like that for the whole series, to be honest. It's been a bit whack.
I don't think it was like that in the first one.
No, it's a bigger gap back for Glocks last time, but I think what he means is it's just been a bit off throughout, fortunately.
Thanks, Sanjay. I'll do my best. Again.
But she is still working through it. Hey, Kath, thank you very much for the sub earlier on, fella. Or lady, don't like gender assigning until I know, not in this day and age. Hello, hello, hello. We've got Vapors, Stuntman Dan, Kath, new boys, thank you very much. 1 minute to start. And hello, Tonsilade. Now, thank you very much, Kath. I will be streaming the Hot Ring tomorrow. I'm guessing that was a little bit what the shout out was for, and towards the stunts a little bit. Is a little bit different. Just getting into the non-contact commentary on like GPs and streets.
Who's this guy though? EL Venemo.
Vimino? 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 Yeah,
Yes.
he gets a bit of a head start over Metalhead. 3 minutes 43 seconds of dry tracks. Let's go. Yeah, big man Cass looking after the boy Viper earlier on.
Andy, did I tell you about the race on Gran Turismo that I was struggling on? In Bahrain?
And no, I don't think so.
Ah, shit. Okay, now do I? Do I then? Oh shit. There we go. That's my car. My god, it looks awful.
guys are selecting their Karen Sultan RS Classics. It is a one-make event. Drivers are separated into their separate categories. We will quickly run through that again. Now we're coming towards the start of the race. What have I done with the image? So, we've got the real Cuban started on 30 seconds. Metalhead starts on 1 minute. We've got C2 starting on... Oh,
Hey, Vegeta.
lost the other image. C2 starting on 2 minutes 30 seconds behind Metalhead. We are going to go sit with... Where is Cuban? Going to sit with that man. That ended up in... Where is he? There, let me on him. Right.
I guess I'll be the one to do the stunts.
These
Start.
45 laps are going to be the only 45 laps I've ever done on this track, so I am going to need you to just show me the line.
I've already got GT7, Vegeta. I've already got the game.
Cuban.
Fair play. I'm focusing on the hot ring tournament tomorrow. Okay, it's been a combination of work, IRL, and yeah, just really not having the motivation.
Yeah, I've already got like 30 hours in it.
Doing the hot ring.
Cuban running a little bit wide early on, misses the tree, but he gets himself past it nicely, pulling down the hill. And we'll have the likes of Dirty, Bishop, the Money, DC Rug starting on 2 minutes, like I say, 30 seconds behind Metalhead, and 30 seconds further back we've got Official, Crown Skipper, Jamie, Cool Cars, Carter, that's DCR, Kate was in the lobby, C1 Pro starting 45, we've got Razor, Pinky and Vapors, I believe that was all that got in, and then Glock starting on 250. There is a Cuban coming by. We're going to go back to Metalhead. This is PS. I mainly do PS stuff. I do play on PC a little bit, but I very rarely stream on PC. See, just a little bit cleaner through the corner. That does seem safer. Definitely should CAF. I'd say it'd be worth it. Got really decent community. It's definitely the place for your GT racing, really. GTA racing. Nice and clean through the elongated chicanes.
Alright, first couple laps, let's see how this goes.
Alright, I'm gonna mute then.
Pros on the go. Good luck, guys. C2 underway. We'll see if they're going to be able to pull away from Metalhead here, because they're going to need to close the gap back up. They're just under a lap down. The spin out will help. Take the moment just to shift forward. Official just getting to grips with it, doing his first few laps with Jamie at the moment. Just would step back to Cool's car. He's getting good drive down the straight though, just coming by Jamie, so we get all four drivers here in the mix. We'll give Official just a little time
I
to
don't
settle
mind that,
in.
I've got nothing to lose.
Okay,
I
I will be stepping back. Get just a little bit further back. But yeah, like if you can get a PS5 CAF, I would do that, but prices on them are a little bit steep at the moment with the availability. PlayStation 4s are relatively cheap, first or second hand, so that could be just an option to tide you by while you can't get one to get you on and build up an account. Tiny bit of a slide at the bottom of the chicane. He's going to allow DCRK just to come through a touch. Carter, Jamie and Crown, skipper just up ahead. They'll be looking to close up on Dirty Kiwi.
Fucking hell, this car is awful.
Yeah, as we've had a lot of the stunt guys come across recently, and they have been saying that it is just that bit different. Hello, Tyrese fella. It's a shame we're not seeing yourself in this, lad. Grips with it.
This car is horrible to drive.
Yeah, I've not got to grips with it at all myself.
Awful car.
Drive down.
Oh, that's a fucking jump.
There was a little bit of airtime from official there, just clipping at the edge of the track. Managed to keep himself well away from the tree though in the end. Will give official a little chance to learn the track. Have a quick look on the map where things are. Glocks, Metalhead, Vapors, Razor. Okay. Yeah, £1,000 was a Mayuto, and Razor said, and he says hello, Razor Laird. Wants to hear your voice. He is muted at the moment though, but he will be able to have heard you say hello. Can't be distracting him too much. Got Razors just behind Vapors, I believe. So we are just going to pop back.
Hello.
Hello, there you go.
It says hello, was it Mio?
Muto, yeah.
Hey mate.
Oh, that sucks. Cav was looking for a used Xbox One and all got was a shell in a box. No, there's a lot of people ripping off. Whereas Glock's at, Glock's is just starting to do his work. 56.885 to the 56.536 from Jamie as the fastest laps so far. 56.788 from DCR Gay as well. We will step back and have a little look at Glock in a little bit. We'll see Razor getting some nice extra bump boost there off the side of the hill, and slightly risky, unorthodox line. Running wide, gets his traction and pulls himself back onto the track really nicely. We did see it work out a little bit tighter last time. The times have definitely been shortened for Glocks to catch this time. He was only starting 5 seconds further back, or 15 seconds further back. 5. From C1 Pro this time, so hopefully we might see him come into it if he manages to get really consistent on his lap times. But Glocks has already won his division. So nice and smooth up the hill. Nice, that's good. At least you did get your money back, but still, people are just taking the mick out of the situation. Nice and clean ahead, running nice and wide, clipping a little bit of extra checkpoint for the chicanes. 6.536, still the best lap with Jamie. Yeah, it does look a little bit slidey, the uphill section. Couple of pit stops coming in from Binkett and Reza. We are gonna be getting a little shift back, have a little look at Glocks just coming into the mix. Closing the gap up on Vapors and Pinky, completing his pit stop. But the times we do, the time difference we normally see with some of the more boost dependent cars, that more experienced drivers can gain that boost with and then hold it that little bit better. That's where we're not seeing the quite time gains with these tuner cars. Now, not able to curb boosters effectively, they don't short shift, they don't mid-drive boost. Nice clean through the chicane, gaining nicely back on the power, extra clip of the curb. Is going to take a pit stop. Come through, we'll stick for another lap with Glocks. Going back and forward over that little white bump, trying to get a little bit of extra boost into the car early on. Heavy feathering of the throttle from Glocks comes through the corner, pulling himself away from the wall, leanly closing and back up. The pack ahead. Tomorrow we at 8 PM UK we do have the final of the hot ring. That does include official Viper, XFE, and then a few of the hot ring races that you may have seen over the past few days or so in a couple of the playlists in the likes of Finn VIP, Lucas the King, Romain, and XFE as well. As some of the lads that we all know. And then at 10:30 PM we have Luke and Redia versus... No, what do I have tomorrow night? I've got something else after. It's Goat v Stars, sorry. I knew there was something that I had to commentate on. 10:30, Stunts, Goat v Stars, that is Mobbin and Escort as crew leaders. Together 56.508 from official is now the best lap. Got himself back up into the mix. We are going to pop on to Metalhead, see how he's closing up on Cuban, and then we'll start pulling our way back through the order. Yeah, I only trust eBay these days because you can pay through PayPal and stuff like that. It makes it, and like the banks will do the pay safe stuff. So it does make it just as safe as buying in your shop. Eventually it just sometimes takes that little bit longer to get the refund process if the seller's not happy to do so. Nice and clean, heading in the chicane. It's gonna be still some way behind Cuban. He's only half a second a lap quicker with this car. Taking around 60 seconds to catch up, or 60 laps to catch up. Cuban may make a couple more mistakes. We just saw D Money get himself up position early on. There comes DC Rug Crown skipper Jamie into the mix and picking up a position. we are seeing it happen earlier this time. We did not see the guys from behind come back up into the mix for a little while before. You can see the time gain there, gain through the chicane section. We'll move forward onto them. Okay. It seems relatively decent enough. DC Rug boy in the bar, Jamie just ahead, trying to keep Crown skipper behind, nice and clean through the corner, gains a little bit of breathing space and closes up the gap on Jamie, starting to apply some pressure smoothly through the corner again. Dabber break, runs onto the green alongside Jamie. Cleanly on the power, rubbing on the curb. Nicely brake boosted down the hill as well. Jamie, little slide, cost him some time into the entry of the chicane. Now just able to take his time running down the banked green that little bit more. Getting some really good speed through the chicane. But no, I'm very much the same, Kath, with online buying. I'm just not as keen on it. Like, I'd rather get things in the shop. I got really lucky with my PS5 as a friend works for a local shop called Argos, and they sent me an email saying they'd had one returned, so I went and picked it up before they put it on the shelves. The money seems to be just holding his lead ahead of the guys. They have closed in again. Oh, easing back up. Mission Kiwi been overtaken by official already, calls Carter into the mix, and they've come by his pit stops early, hoping to come back into the race against Cuban. Maybe that's why Cuban was still so far down the road, not taking early, just letting the time build up. Rogue, a bit of a slide through the corner, going to cost himself some good time gain, but he's not lost any positions at the moment. We will give him a little bit of breathing space. We should be back with the Rug towards the end of the race. We're going to back to Bishop, not spent any time with the host himself yet, and we're at 16:52 into the race. These races have been lasting around 40 minutes, just under halfway.
Busy.
Yeah, but you're also a good seller, Viper lad. Like, if you get yourself onto a good seller, you're good. You're getting looked after, you get your items sent to you. If it's an actual valid reason for a refund, you're happy to give it. Silly stuff where it's just the same on all the product. It's like, nah, love, get out.
But
Patience through corner up the hill, and does it nicely. The little tiny bit of lag just showed him getting off a lovely Gymkhana-esque drift. Eases through, calls car just up a road, easing ahead. You can see that little bit of time gain on the exit of the corners. Nice brake boost there from Bish. Got Dirty Kiwi coming up behind him. Not a lot of time between the two. We will just pop back.
I'll take my third pit stop.
Getting pit stop done. Getting it all out of the way, you can just settle into the race, and then I think we've had the same from official as well, just having fallen just back down behind Metalhead. Kiwi closing in nicely on bed, taking the extra little curb boost off the rock, but you could see he didn't seem to gain the extra time he'd normally get off a clean curb boost. Just able to keep a little bit more consistency on the throttle, getting onto it early. It's my mum, unfortunately, she was doing something really nice for myself, buying me a new phone when I'd lost my old one. Unfortunately, she did get scammed with a fake Samsung from China. It lasted for about 3 months before all the apps stopped working on it, and then it gave up. Oh, Kiwi just off I believe it was the pole there, back in to the farm, and that has allowed Metalhead back through. Bish has gained a bit of a lead now. Binky Bish, I believe official may have taken his final pit stop as well. Kiwi bricks on the wall, heavy. Just gonna step back, have a little look at Glocks again. Might catch a little bit of official. Hello Captain, hello Bambi. Heavy late betting coming in at 5 for tomorrow, down from 8 to 1 to 3. Pre-race favourite. Nice and clean with dead revs. Early into the corner and starts picking them up just before the midpoint. Across the line, 56.506 is the best lap from Glocks by just under 0.05. Right. Oh no, with 0.002 from official, and Binky a little bit further back. They are the 3 best laps as things stand. It's just really clean over the lines, really consistent braking points.
Sun's coming up, yay.
Good to see all the lines nice and cleanly again. I got $7.50 eating Slim Jim on Viper. To be fair, it's a Slim Jim that's all worth it in there. Binky just coming out of the pit stops has allowed official back on by, so in the pit stop was maybe what allowed the position to swap initially. I think both of the lads will have completed their pit stops. Glocks maybe will have done as well, we saw it, and they do. Catch you later, Viper lad, enjoy Rec Room. Maybe catch you on there afterwards, fella. Just holding the position over Pinky. Will just step back lightly as they come through the corner. See the gaps close up. That is official just up the road. Glocks Pinky is coming in though. Slide just into the corner. Bit heavy off the wall, but he's honked his horn and he's back on the power. See you later, man. Get hyped. You're gonna win that race tomorrow from KF. He's got the faith in your Viper, lad. You boys later's Viper. Here the revs picking back up. Just having been overtaken by official as they come through the corner, maybe into the entry. Official just beginning to ease away, just able to apply the power more cleanly through the uphill section, which is losing a little bit of grip as they come over the crest hills. Hello, Mob Deep fella. Do need to get myself on and see you fellas on PC next week. I have been a little bit distracted this week. I had a bit of a stomach issue. Getting back up to speed lightly. .882 best lap from official, taking just under 0.1 clocks his time. Same with Pinky, just a little bit further back from clocks. Tight between the three of them times wise. All sorts of extra bump boost, feathers his throttle and pulls himself through the corner nicely. Risky unorthodox line there from Pinky, but he pulled it off. Nice Mob. Yeah, I'll have to jump on for a couple of Hamsters playlists next week. I'll try and jump on for 2. And then a random lobby as well. Definitely make sure I catch you guys. Off the inside corner there. Rug, I believe. Just going through the chicane. Pressure being surrounded by cars, just got himself into a bit of a battle with Bishop, Glocks, Metalhead. Glocks just picking up through the position. Yeah, the modder, whoever that modder is as well, they're making it really difficult for Hamster as well. As well, Pinky trying nice and smooth. James the Revenge 88 is now spectating. Oh, it's all good now, that's good. No, that's awesome to hear. No, I'll have to get that bit of script for myself as well, because I know they're still having a little problems with public lobbies and stuff like that.
20 laps to go.
Definite. A ground skipper. Oh, his internet kicked him out of the race. No, thanks, Kath. And like you, like I have to say, is like I have found this a touch difficult at times. Non-contact with the distances between the cars is sometimes a little bit more difficult. It's been a lot tighter the past 2 events, made it that bit easier to get into and commentate on, getting to know everybody's names and stuff. But you should really see me in my element tomorrow a little bit more with the contact hot ring racing and stuff like that, with it being the final. Oh, Pinky just catching a little bit too much dirt into the braking point. That's allowed blocks a bit of breathing space, really closed back in on them, really did well to hold position over Pinky. And then the stunts at 10:30 is what's got me into the commentary. So yeah, really look forward to seeing you around on the streams. When you do get yourself over to PlayStation, we'll make sure you get well looked after and into the community nicely. Official picking up some good positions. We are going to have to have a little look further forward. We'll go to D Money and see how big the distance is between. Cuban, I believe, has just been, maybe just, but has been taken over. Yeah, he's now down to 8th. DCRK leading the way at the moment. Lap time just under second slower than officials at the moment. Official does have around that time on all of the guys above, so he will be picking up the laps. Well, the time on them, it's just whether there is enough left and whether he can keep himself consistent enough. You can see he's just down the straight behind the money, so it's not too big, maybe a little bit easier than the scope of it we've had in some of the previous races. And Glock's also not too far back from officials. May see themselves in with a chance of a top 3 or top 5 for the first time this season. Hey Ventura fella! Little tap of the horn from the guys passing overhead. Slide into the chicane. I always do wonder when the guys have managed to be lean before whether that is a little bit of that difference in weight from the spectatorness. Comes official closing in as they come up the hill. This will be a section where you can gain. Just stick with the money. We should see official come into the mix at some point relatively soon. Next lap or two. I watch Fox only when I'm in bed. Mob Deep, I love it. There's official just edging his way into the baggage of our camera, easing past the money. Widen the corner that little bit more initially. Hello, Razza fella. How you going, lad?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, not too shabby, just doing the commentary for the Mo. I think we've got about 10 minutes left or so. Officials just got himself up to 4th. It does, like, the times do seem better balanced this time again, so, but I don't know, I'm not racing it, so I don't have as much of an opinion. I've been enjoying trying to get into it. See that tighter line from official. Oh, just a little bit of drift trying to match the pace. Getting himself up to 3rd. Glock appears to have just fallen back a touch further. There's Razor and Binky coming down the straight behind as well.
Pinky's just up ahead of me. And then
I'm
there's
gonna
like
have to back and have a little look. Official's got a little bit of time. And we'll just spend a few minutes. It's just that touch further. See how much they can close up as well, because they will be gaining. Oh, with Razor. Building the time up over Bishop. Maybe close out with official for the final couple of minutes. I am keeping my eye on a stopwatch this time, just to try and keep a better idea of how long is left.
Pit stop.
Nice, officials got it all out of the way. It's cost him a couple of positions back down. 6th place. Glock's just up ahead. Will be an interesting watch coming back into it. Is a nice and clean 56.583. He's got a good 2nd on the pack behind on the lap time, so he's going to be gaining. He's going to be gaining on everybody at the moment above him except for Pinky, Official and Glock, so he could potentially gain 4 positions if he can keep his consistency nice and high. Pinky and Official seem to be exchanging positions a little bit, so we'll pop on No blocks is somewhere just up the road as well. It's in the wall just to straighten the car up. Getting a bit of a bump boost off it. You can see extending away from Pinky down the straight. Little slide off the tube when I've got a touch of it. Different acceleration points up the hill. Contact with the track. Easing down the green.
Fuck.
Oh, really unlucky from official just catching the outside, trying to extend the corner, just caught the outside prop there. Quick exclamation and then back into it. Adjusting bells, making sure I'm not turning in too early for corners. Tap of the horn there, I believe that's Razor just behind. Clipping the edge of the track, over the edge of the road there does give you a little extra curb boost. The car, binky heavy off the wall. They seem to have fallen back into order. It cost them
That is
a bit.
that kind of bullshit shouldn't happen.
Glocks, was that just a brick off the wall?
No, I pricked on the fucking rock.
Oh, it flung you into the wall. It's a pop forward into blocked. Around 5-ish minutes left, maybe a little bit.
Still got 10 laps.
Okay, still got 10 laps, that'll be around 10 minutes, so it's going to be a 45 minute or just over. This is absolutely beautiful, far disconnected from the Xbox racing, god damn, is that the guys do put in a lot of work to it. I know you have got some really good races over on Xbox, it's just all a little bit more disjointed, like there's Children of the Mountain. Like, while you are waiting to transition across, we could maybe get you in contact with a couple of the stunt crews and street crews. But again, like, the lobbies aren't as full as they are on PlayStation in any of the categories, I don't believe, certainly not for stunts. Glocks is closing up on DCRK. Jamie up ahead, holding third. Glocks has now taken fastest lap by 0.1 over official.
What's my fastest lap?
Your fastest lap is a 56.5. Pinky has a 56.1. Official 55.8. 55.7. You are the 4 fastest laps on track.
Okay.
So you are gaining on everybody ahead of you except the 3, unfortunately.
Oh, freaking hitboxes! Are you fucking serious?
Catching one of the props. That is why some of these older props aren't used so much anymore. The hay bales and stuff, the hitboxes are sometimes that little bit more squared off. Is let me share the...
There goes any chance of fucking beating. Ah, piece of shit.
Clogs coming by. DCRK though, putting up a bit of a fight, getting on the power earlier. Join that server, Caff, if you're on Discord, and then I can start putting you in touch with a couple of the people I do know from Xbox and stuff. Like, the couple from Stunts are now on PlayStation, but they are still in touch with the Xbox lads, and there are Hinners, which is robots on the server, from Stunts. And then them guys can also probably get you in touch with the streets, but if not, then I can do that little bit of work. I know the guy from Children of the Mountain, MOE. Glock's just nice and clean, able to get on the brakes just that little bit sharper, but later as well. Does solidify that position over dark. Wall bash though from dark, and using the wood rather than curb boosting seemed to gain a bit of extra speed just down that initial straight and gain the advantage back in. I'll sort your rolls out, lead, quickly. So you're on Xbox at the moment. And capture mask, that is what we need. There you go. Should be able to see the server now, fella. And hello LJ lad.
LJ, get fucking past her. You cunt.
You might need to send him an invite to this one if you want him to join this one.
I'll wait till he responds.
Coming on through, coming on to, it'll be like the final 5 laps if I'm keeping track of the time roughly well. We've got Dog just up ahead, he's holding pace really nicely now with Glocks. This is for first and second, so he's gone into full sweat mode. He's improved his lap time. Little slide through the corner. Shush Ryan from LJ. Just Jamie just up behind as well, so we'll allow Glocks a little bit of pressure-free racing just to fully settle in. If that change does make any difference now, it has a good few laps to close up, we can see it. Apparently we had 3 hours until the next rain, so I think it could just be overcast, Pinky.
No, it can't.
It can't be true. They lie.
No.
The sky, it lies.
Oh shit.
DCRK both improved their lap times. 3 hours left of dry racing according to Aaron.
That's bullshit.
So you're only 3 hours off getting more rain, Pinky. You shouldn't have asked for it too soon, that was the issue, lad. Oh, has now made it by. Seemed to manage the boost down the hill through the corner that little bit better. I think he's just jumping across to VTech, LJ. We're just in a commentary party for this, so I could get Razor in and everything as well.
Oh, what is this car?
Horn
Why has it done
going
that?
wild, just trying to put DCRK off, and it's DCRK with the horn trying to put Jamie off. Dirty tactics from Dark, not wanting his world record or F1 world record buddy to come by him. Nice line into the corner though from Jamie, gains some good time, and DCRK does not like it at all. The horn back on, and it does force the mistake. Dirty tactics. DCRK Glocks does have the lead now by a little way, with a bit of a battle between the two of them. To have a little bit of space at the moment. DCRK's got a pit stop left. Jamie gets the position, maybe having taken them earlier. That is a second place there. Calls Carter. Hasn't been able to close the gap up quite. Oh, he has. Oh, it's just the positions through the corner with the pit stop. BCRK has held position over Cool Cars. We've got Real Cuban, I think, just being lapped by the leaders here. As well, just holds the lead over him, so he will, I believe, gain the points he needs. Tap the horn from Cuban and Jamie, just friendly pap.
This car is shit!
Look at
Fuck this, man.
He letting a rare bit of frustration out. Demony all on his own as
And a
things
brick. I fucking brick.
Damn it.
Slide there, exit the corner from Razor has allowed D-Money to pick up his position. I want up to 7th. Official is down the road, little honk of the horn, having heard it be successful from BCRK, maybe giving it a little go himself, more sounded like a friendly pap than a
I am so glad
constant
I never
barrage.
have to do that track again, and I never have to use that car again. Why
Slide.
the hell would you pick a car that was
Shred
nerfed
the
to a point where
speed.
it's just not even...
Ah, god damn it. Damn it.
Thank God that's over. Jesus Christ. Horrible. Horrible.
Clark does manage to pick up the first win on the track of the season for themselves.
I crashed like 5 times.
And kept top 5, yeah. Official caught 2 props at least that I caught. Oh no, it was a bit of a slide and then the inside barrier prop on one of the chicanes.
Yeah, that was
Razor
awful.
had a couple, like, if you guys had kept your consistency, you'd have all been in the top 5 as well, so. Definitely improved the balance throughout, and hopefully it can be continued to balanced out between the divisions and stuff. But I have thoroughly enjoyed it for the past 4 weeks. Massive thank you to Bish and Kiwi for organising it. Pinky trying to get back in for an instant replay. I'm going to back out so I don't get sucked in with that. Massive thank you to everybody for tuning in. Have a quick run through the standings. Glocks will have taken their position. I think Jamie may have just held on to first in C1.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's Vapors. No, he was behind Pinky. I think Pinky may have stepped up for C2. No worries, Razor Man. We all need to let it out occasionally. I think Dirty will have held over Kiwi. I think Cuban, with the points difference, will have held over Metalhead. So that is this season completed. Thank you all very much. I will try and get the actual final standings onto one of the streams somehow, maybe as the thumbnail for an upcoming stream in the next few days once they're announced by Bish. But massive thank you to everybody. GG's to all the races. Congratulations to Glocks on this occasion for the race win, and thank you all very much, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.
Absolutely hate that track. The car.
Nice. You feel free to let it out now. You won't be upsetting no one. But
Why
no,
did he pick that shit ass truck? The car.
More
The
important is
car is
what
the
though?
main problem. 'Cause it doesn't fucking require anything like that kind of skill.
More important thing is, what was this fucking season, dude? It used to be so good before, and I know what got through Bish, but this fucking season's been terrible. Like,
I like the second track, but
second track was fine. I didn't like the car. I don't like hard downforce cars. But last season, like, a lot more people joined because there were just better combinations.
yeah.
It's just,
In a way, it needs somebody closer or in the top tier drivers bracket to host it, and then drivers who want to come take part will come take part, and we can sort out the categories and stuff from there, if that makes sense. But no offence to Bish, but he does cater a little bit more to casual as well. And then that makes it really difficult for you guys because your opinion doesn't get listened to and it gets lost within him trying to please everybody a bit too much while not pleasing anybody either. And telling people to fuck off a bit too much.
what I don't get is the appeal for artificial tracks as endurance tracks. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not shitty on the tracks because they're too easy, but those aren't the types of tracks you want to be using for an endurance event.
No.
Those are the things you see in playlists. Like, second track was fine, but I find that more of a hot lap track with that car.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, a lot of things changed from last season because we were doing longer races. You know, we were using different cars, like cars that aren't usually used too often.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it was a bit harder to balance the classes this season because the times are so much smaller.
Yeah. Certainly for the two tuner cars.
God.
It's
It's just
it's like,
frustrating.
like if you want to get a few of the lads to message me some of their suggestions and stuff, rather than just all of you go at Bish and I can sort of compile it and we can either approach Bish or we can, like I say, we can potentially not look at knocking Bish off but cater towards something more to top tier drivers, and then people can come take part if they want to. Like, we're not going to cut people off just because we cater to top tier, but we're also not going to placate them because they're not as quick.
I don't think we need to like change hosts or cater towards more people because Bish has a lot of potential for a series like this, but he's just wasted it. It's just one off season.
This season, yeah.
The last few seasons have been fine, but I know he can make another good series.
Yeah,
if
no, he
puts a little
definitely
more
can.
thought.
He's been hosting for ages. He's got a lot of experience.
Yeah.
I just want you guys coming out happy as well. Like, that's what these events should, like, do you know what I mean? You can be a bit pissed off with yourself and that if you've not done as well in an event, but you shouldn't be feeling like the season's not great either.
No, I've had to deal with it for the past 2 seasons. I did shit pretty much all races last season. Didn't do as good as I wanted to. And yeah, there's more of the same with this one.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't get annoyed for my own series is because I was hosting it. I didn't really care that much. Plus, it was a lot harder for most of the blokes racing, so, you know.
Yeah.
I just had the experience because I tested all the things before. And didn't really make mistakes.
Yeah. Let's pick up.
Another thing is the classes, the times. I mean, this race was actually alright. The times, I think, were pretty well balanced. Because it gave, like, the faster blokes more of a chance to get into that top battle.
Yeah. But it wasn't then balanced very well for your division either.
Yeah.
The middle wasn't very well looked after.
Like, it's never going to be perfect, but yeah, you gotta live with that, I guess.
It's like in the perfect world, it'd end up like we need if we can find a proper. I'm sure Children of the Mountain and a couple of these race crews have a proper race time calculator,
Yeah.
and we can maybe try and get hold of that and work out how much of a handicap to give people properly, so it's actually like in the final 2 or 3 laps, 5 laps that people catch up. So it would end up with literally, if you've all been clean, everybody bunched up together for that final lap.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit too many classes. I don't think there needs to be 3
Yeah.
C1 classes, to be completely honest.
No.
I know there's a skill gap and all, but between the blokes in C1, but I don't think there should be 3 of them.
No, but like I said, as commentator, I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Watching and getting to know you all. It's allowed me to get to know yourself better than the rest of them so far, but we'll get there. And I'll be back next season.
Yeah.
Commentate again. And
What is next season?
It's usually
how
about
long?
a 4-week break, so
okay, 4 weeks between.
unless he plans something else, it's usually a 4-week break between MOE seasons.
Yeah.
And last year there was another bloke that I'm really good friends with, his name's Will Seal. He hosted a couple series in between those breaks.
Okay, yeah.
And those were all contact events, so actually you would have found it really interesting to commentate because they actually did go pretty well.
Yeah, like, that's because when you're doing the contact as well with these sort of endurance events, you have to pass by people cleanly, otherwise you're losing your time
Yeah.
and stuff by causing accidents.
I'm gonna be a little bit biased, but I mean, you would have been loving that second race that I had in that, because it was a supercar series. It was one make with the jugular.
Yeah.
It was like a 50-lap endurance, and the race went down to the final lap. Me and MJ, I overtook MJ in the hairpin because he took his pit stop. You would have loved it. It was content. It would have been great content for you.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
But he's too busy.
I need to, because there is loads of stuff. I reckon you're now, like, you're in the crew with Rescue and Crown Skipper. And then,
Yeah.
and like, they're running contact events in these sort of crews every fucking other day, so if you start figuring stuff out, get to know a couple of the events, and then let me know who's hosting them. I'll do the work.
Well,
I'll message them and say, let me commentate.
I've been planning something now that I've gotten back into the swing of things on GTA. I've been planning like a trial event. It's like a sprint series, like the last one I did, but I'm testing what the new format I've got is like. So there's going to be 2 races in non-contact, and then there's going to be 1 long race in the contact, about 35 minutes or so. And just see how that goes. Because the Schlagen thing, it was 1 race non-contact, and then 1 race contact.
Yeah.
I had 2 classes, so I'd give C to the slow class a bit of a handicap, which it worked on the second race a little bit well. Maybe 15 seconds more for Greg, and it would have been fine. Would have been linked up right to the end.
No, that'd be awesome.
And yeah, just one pit stop race. And yeah, it worked well, but not many people joined because I guess people were a little bit skeptical.
We had a couple of other things, but no, if we give it a shout, if you give it enough of a shout out, if we can promote it a little bit with commentary and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because like I say, I'll happily throw my name in the hat as a commentator for it.
Yeah. I can always let you guys know in the stunt racing community.
That's it, yeah. And then we can properly shout it out to like Rescue, Muto, and see what we can get going with it. Because you definitely, I just think there needs to be a couple of other events that are run by racers, like, closer to top tier as well.
Yeah.
Because it will just keep everybody happier. Like, the more different hosts we've got, the more stuff there is aimed at everybody. As well, if that makes sense. And then everybody's got stuff that they're really happy racing with and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I'm gonna jump off and grab myself a bite to eat. I've got to get rid of this bellyache
Alright.
before I get to sleep. And I'll hopefully catch you soon. There is a crew battle coming up with track races soon. Luke and Jack are discussing tracks and stuff this weekend, so if you do have any suggestions, stick them in that battle track, in the battle chat. Razor.
Is it... What's the limitations like? Is it just street races or something?
Street, GP, stunts, like, if you... Just any tracks you like, rally as well, like, it's pretty open.
Alright.
And yeah... And I'll have a look at them over the next couple of days and then start putting together the track list.
I did suggest one to Marine Jack.
Yeah.
A while back. So.
Nice. Hopefully he's got that on his list. Did you send it in privately? Because he sometimes forgets his private messages. It might be worth sending it again into the group chat. It will remind him of it that way.
Yeah, I'll remind him again, but yeah, we did talk in private chat about it.
Nice stuff, fella. Right, I'm gonna go get my food.
Okay.
I'll catch everybody shortly and soon.
So we did.
Oh, my belly.
Yeah, what's up? GDA contact, yes. Because I usually sort grids out, because what we did last season was so the first race, wherever you finish in a you start in a reverse grid. In the second race, and the second race is contact. And then I just get out of my car and assign everyone their grid positions. Yeah, I race with them sometimes. It just depends, because time zones are a bit, you know. Yeah. You should try racing against all the bar blokes in one lobby. It's a pain. Murphos, Levercate. No, not Barbacks. Levercate, Murphos, Revelantis, Jose Cheeto, all the blokes from that Sheep's Lodging. It's hard. He's also a bit toxic. Murphos is a bit toxic, he always seems to get into arguments in Slack. Yeah. Can't. Shaggy. Gun it. Yeah. I'd call him Gunner, but yeah, he's pretty damn good. He came back for a Jazz teardrop recently. I saw that. Yeah. Are you in like Jazz and that? Those crews? Are you in those crews like Jazz or Get Good Crew? Like you in any of those? Could invite you to them. They're on Discord, but you use Discord, don't you? And I can invite you to them. Right. Yeah, I am. I don't know if you're still on Stream Vapors, but yeah, it was a pretty shit race. It was just fucked, in my opinion. If I didn't get that hitbox, man, I had a chance of catching Pink. Yeah. Fair enough. I'll just show online. Yeah. Yeah, that MOE was one off. One of those times that he just doesn't get it right. Sucks, because this thing doesn't have a lot of... It does have a lot of potential. But you just execute it wrong. And I don't think it's the best idea to mock people that leave because they didn't like his choices. Yeah. I remember when Muto was questioning the two tuner cars, when the cars were revealed, Greg left and then Muto questioned the two tuner cars. And then Vicious Thirst Instinct was just telling, you can either stick with it or fuck off like Greg. I was like, bro, why say that? So, yeah, I don't know. Should have got an invite to both those servers too. Jazz Racing and Get Good Racing. Yeah. Yeah, both of them have Cirrus in it, I think. Yeah. Cirrus usually joins the Showcase Sunday on Get Good, and he usually joins most jazz playlists. It depends if he's not hosting. I usually join Night Owl and any playlist that's on the weekend for jazz and that. Because those are the only real times I can join, because I got school through the week. Verification thing. Oh, this for jazz. Yeah, you gotta put in a few things on that one before you get access to all the channels. Yeah, it should tell you what to do, I think. There you go. But yeah. Get Good is doing one of their main playlists later. About what's time? 10. About 3 hours from now. Yeah. It's night hour usually because it's based on like early morning for Europeans. Yeah, it's pretty much normal time, like normal night time for Americans or midday for Australians. So. I'm in an invite session by myself. Oh. No, I'm not with Rescue. I can hold a candle to like NJ and that. And Joyce here. It depends on the combo. Yeah, I usually do a lot better on like longer tracks. I'm usually really good with low grip cars. So yeah, it just depends. Everyone's got different attributes for racing.
That car is the bomb!
Can be, yeah. Alright, easy. I'll be chill. Oh, do you want me to invite you to the night out group chat on PlayStation? If you're gonna join. I'll do that then. Yeah, they usually have a 15-minute pre-lobby, so just a little bit before. Because what we do is we get into an invite-only session because a little bit before people were starting to like crash the races and like kill people and that for no reason. So yeah, I'll add you in now. So yeah. So Trone Colby hosts the night owls. Good old Jose. He's been crashing a few of your Kiwis playlists recently. Yeah, that's what you expect from a Sheep Squadron player. He's not as quick as like Leathercate and that, but they're all very similar, to be honest. All the top guys. Rezko is good at everything, but he's a little bit off pace compared to the Sheep Squadron guys. He's like half as... It's hard to explain, because gaps are different in every turn. But he is a little bit slower than them. So, yeah, he's very quick. I think it'll be a little bit boring, that one. Maybe, it depends if it's like just straight. They are pretty good though. I only get a chance against him on tracks like Adulter and those kind of tracks because I always start ahead of him. Like, me and him are always in the party chats and the first thing he says is, why the fuck am I starting at the back? So, but yeah, me and Greg are really good friends. Only talk a lot. No problems. Later, bro. Alright, while I'm here, I get a good chance to rant about MOE. That was a disappointing series. Just fucking why? Just fucking why, bro? Why those tracks? Why those cars? It's just so, yeah. Can't really say as much as I want to, because, yeah. Kind of just getting old at this point. That hitbox fucking pissed me off though. That darn hitbox. I probably wouldn't have beaten Pinky anyway. But that hitbox was pretty much the pretty much sealed the deal that I wasn't going to beat him that race. I had a chance though. Maybe I should have stuck with the old setup, because I was, what was it, 56.2? I got 56.2 with lowered suspension, so it might have been a better idea to stay with that. No, I can't change the past now. Alright, I might end the stream then. That's a wrap for this series. I think I finished third in my class. I was 1 point behind Pink and Vapors. If I beat Pinky, I would have won the championship of my class, but not everything goes my way. I've got to live with it. I'm gonna end the stream then. Goodbye.